It's been a weird transfer window because the World Cup, it's closing early, which is a stupid idea when the World Cup's on. Yeah. In England as well, because everyone else can just wait a month and be like, right, United aren't going to go in for him.
Yeah.
City aren't going to go in for him. Chelsea aren't going to go in for him.
Yeah.
So they've just got an advantage, and it's stupid. They should have waited a year at least.
Yeah. Until you told me the other day, I thought it was at least a European-wide thing where everyone had agreed for it to end before the first game of the season. I didn't know it was just England.
Yeah, that's why it's stupid, because if it was everyone would just get the business done, and that would be it. But
every other league can say, right, we'll wait till the English lot finish, and then we can just steam in and start just picking up who we want.
Which is clearly what they're doing as well, because Real Madrid, Bayern haven't signed anyone.
No.
But the Juve, for some reason, have gone like ballistic and signed everyone.
Not bothered, not asked one bit.
It's just a weird window as well. I think because all the prices have gone ballistic as well.
Yeah.
No one wants to do anything.
No one. Everyone's just scared of getting stung, I think, aren't they? I mean, that's we might as well just start there in terms of transfers with the biggest one of the year so far. What's your thoughts on old Ronnie joining Juventus?
I think it's a good move for him. It's a good move for Juventus. Like, they're clearly going for the Champions League, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just like possessed now, aren't they, by this Champions League thing? They just want anything.
I was thinking about this the other day. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't play one league game. They roll him out for the Champions League, and then he just goes on his like China tours or whatever it is he does on his own. Who does that?
I don't know.
Like, Juventus have gone somewhere. Juventus were in America, I think, weren't they? And he does his own tour of China, and that's fine. Like, everyone's okay with it. No one even questions it.
No one even like, yeah. Okay, no one's saying.
Who's he playing?
Imagine being working for Juventus and ringing him like, where are you? I'm at home.
I'm in China.
You're supposed to be at training. Yeah, so. Oh, dude, I was just checking.
You don't know who I am.
Well, I think it was the right move at the right time for him. I just think he's getting older now. He's still, I'm not saying he wouldn't have done it for Real Madrid, because I still have no doubts that he would have done, but he'd won everything there, and there was nothing more to prove then. Now at Real Madrid, he was the top goal scorer, wasn't he? Just broke every record under the sun at Real Madrid. So it's just the right time and it's just the right move for him, I think. Was you not devastated that he didn't come to United?
I was, that we didn't put a bid in for him, at least. Yeah. I think if he was available, it's an Ed Woodward signing as well. That since the start, he's been trying to get someone like Ronaldo or Bale or Neymar in, and it's just surprising that he didn't. He didn't even put a bid in, or maybe he did and they just aren't talking about it. But
yeah, maybe he did, and then they just, like you said, they just obviously don't want to mention it. But
I don't think he would have come, because he's been here. He's what's the best that could have happened if he come to United? Like, we win the league, but he's already done it. If he says he's done it in Italy, that's 3 leagues he's done it in.
I just think as well, it's for the stage of his career that he's at now. He just doesn't need it at the minute. With the way United are at the moment, because they're not the dominant force anymore. Do you know what I mean? He couldn't come here and put 40 goals a season away, and it'd be like. Like it used to be United, where it was, you had a bit of rivalry, but at the end of the day, you were the best team back then. It's not like that anymore. You've got a graft on now. Do you know what I mean? To try and get yourself back up there, and it's just the right move for him.
He guarantees a league title at Juventus. If it's not this year, which it probably will be, next year he will. Whereas at United, I don't know if Mourinho would want him either. No. To be honest, he's a big. He would be the main man.
Yeah, he's bigger than him, isn't he? So Mourinho wouldn't like that. But I just think it's a great move. The team they've got now. Surely they've got to win the Champions League this year.
They've got to be favourites. I'd put them favourites.
They've just got everything, haven't they?
Like Bonucci as well.
I know Bonucci's gone. That's that. Now, speaking of transfers, that is the weirdest transfer interaction I've ever known in my life.
It's weird in Italy though, isn't it? Because they'll just go from Inter, Juve, AC Milan, Napoli, and no one bats an eyelid. Can you imagine if an Aguero or
someone English
went City now?
Like Lingard, because he's English as well. He's from the English league, isn't he? He's English. Lingard went to City now. His feet wouldn't touch, would they?
No. Or if Kane came United.
Yeah.
I know there was that link the other day, and a few years ago it probably could have happened, but it wouldn't happen now.
No, it couldn't.
It's like him going United, then City, then Arsenal.
Yeah.
And everyone just yeah, alright, okay.
Yeah. I just can't believe he's gone. Well, Higuain to them. I mean, Higuain to AC is a really good move, I think, obviously for them.
Yeah, they needed someone like that, because they bought well, but they hadn't bought top class players. They were all second tier players, obviously other than Bonucci, but
yeah, it's not going to make that much of a difference, is it? Like someone at the back.
It's weird. Yeah.
I just think because I watched a lot of Italian football last year, and whenever I watched AC Milan, their problem was it was never creating chances. It was always finishing chances. There was always creating a lot of chances at the game, but they had what was his name? Something Silva. I can't remember what his first name is. The second name was Silva anyway, and he wasn't cutting it. Do you know what I mean? So I think with him now, I think they could do really well.
Andre Silva, was it?
Andre, I think it was. Yeah.
Has he gone Wolves?
I'm sure he has. Well, I remember last I heard. I think it might have been last year. They put a bid in for him, but I've not heard it, but probably if he's Portuguese, then he's probably gone to Wolves, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's on Mendez's books. I'm just looking at it now. It's saying, I think, with Higuain going, a move is looking more likely.
Yeah.
Surprised Ronaldo didn't go.
It's Wolves.
Mourinho will be there at Christmas.
Some mad moves. Are they look at Wolves, the players that they're signing, or they've already, so much money involved in football now. It's mental.
It's a weird relationship they've got as well, because surely there's something wrong there if they're just signing players who's got one agent. That Mendes is Mourinho's agent, and we haven't signed anyone.
No.
We had De Gea already.
There's something there's definitely something wrong with United with transfers. It's like you can never get it just over the line, can you? Do you know what I mean?
Ed Woodward is good at commercial deals, like getting sponsors and stuff like that, but with transfers he just doesn't get it. He'd rather get a Gareth Bale or someone like that than a Perisic, for example, who he could have paid the money for last year.
Yeah,
I think we were 5 to 8 million off, and he just didn't do it because he was no, because he's not going to make us any money. But he would have done the business if he'd have come, but he's just not a football minded person, I don't think.
Is he not? Is he just strictly business minded?
He's a businessman, yeah. Who we want, right? I was thinking about this before. If we could get Daniel Levy in from Tottenham, we'd be on fire, because that man is he's ruthless, isn't he?
Oh, he's ruthless. I don't know how he's been getting away with it for so long.
You can tell he's saying with Toby now, he's we want 75 mil for him. And we were saying, well, we can go for 25 million next year. It's alright, get him next year then.
Yeah.
You want him now though, don't you?
Yeah, it's just not. He'd rather let him go for 25 mil next year, I think.
He would, 100% he would.
Maybe it might be a bluff, because he'll know that you desperately need Toby Alderweireld. And it could be a bluff, but I think that with Levy, it always comes across to me that feeling of stubbornness. You're not taking my players off me, or if you do, then we're gonna benefit from it more. You know what I mean? But there's not been a player left Spurs for God knows how long that's it's been a bargain.
I can't think of the last player they've sold. Kyle Walker, what was he? 50 million.
50 mil.
Before that was before Neymar, wasn't it?
That was before it went over the wall. But 50 mil. I mean, 50 mil for Walker. I'm still torn on that one. I don't know whether. Me personally, I think it was a good deal because for me, he's the best right back in the league, and he was part of one of the main reasons I think that we won the league last year.
It worked. It was a gamble and it paid off, but I don't think the majority of defenders are worth £50 million.
No, but it's just with these crazy prices that are going about now, aren't they? It's just unbelievable.
I think that's why it's been quite a quiet transfer window as well, because other than Italy, there's not really been any massive transfers as far as I can remember.
No. There's been a couple of interesting signings though that I think that have caught my eye. I think Fulham have most notably have made some top signings this transfer window.
West Ham as well.
Oh yeah, West Ham as well. Yeah, West Ham signed now. They've signed that Felipe Anderson, haven't they?
Yeah.
And Pellegrini was saying that he was looking at him when he was at City, and he was trying to bring him in, but it just never never materialised.
Yeah, so Jack Wilshere as well.
Yeah, they've signed Jack Wilshere. Yeah. I think they'll do, with the players they've already got. I think they'll do well with this year. Like I said before, Fulham signed that Serre, from Nice.
Oh, he's classy. He was getting linked with us for a bit. I think he was linked with City as well.
He was linked with City. I think he's been linked with Barcelona, and then just out of the blue, Fulham just tied him up straight away. I was like, where's that come from? But I think I've heard. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I've not really seen him play, but I've heard he's a Kante type player. So if he's anywhere near as good as Kante, then it's going to be good for them, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think there was some issue with him because he's got some illness where he can't play in cold weather or something. It was proper weird. I thought it was a joke when I first heard it, but it is a real thing. So he gets a skin condition or something. Yeah. So that was why it got reported that we weren't going to go in for him, and the fact he's under 6 foot, so he's not a Jose, Jose player. Obviously we got Fred, but but yeah, he's getting linked with proper teams, genuine links as well.
So what happens when he's in the cold? What he gets his skin
just a bad reaction to it, yeah.
So what's he going to do in the winter months then?
I don't know. They must have thought of that.
There must be something wrong because it gets cold in France, doesn't it?
It must do. Where was he playing before? He was at
France, Nice. Yeah. Do you know what? That makes sense actually. Do you know? Because when you've seen him, pictures of him, he's always got gloves, one of them underskin things on, and he's got a neck thing on.
Yeah. I think Nice is. I might be wrong here. I might be showing myself up, but I think Nice is in the south of France anyway, innit? So might need to cut that out. Yeah, no, it is.
Is that so?
We're definitely cutting this out. It's called. It's called Chilblains. That can't be true.
Not having it. It's called Chilblains.
Small itchy swellings on the skin that occur as a reaction to cold temperatures. But yeah, that was why he got linked for his quality, but it was questionable whether he could come to England because it's cold for 60% of the season.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting one, that.
It's hard lines for him, really, isn't it? That something's not his fault. Is it you're stopping him getting into the bigger clubs and whatever?
Yeah, it's an odd one. I'm surprised he's come to an English team because he could have gone
Spain.
I'm sure he got linked with Spanish clubs and some of the bigger French clubs, but he'll be a good player, definitely.
definitely. Yeah. Hey, do you know what else today? They've signed Shearer, haven't they?
Yeah, on a 2-year loan, which again is weird.
Yeah.
It's.
I think Dortmund just want him off the case for a bit, don't they? He's not. His career's not going anywhere in their eyes, is it? And they're really going down like the youth road, aren't they? They've got like Sancho and who else have they got now? Pulisic. Do you know what I mean? They don't need players like him. That's why I think they've done that. But it's a great signing for Fulham. But you know what? They make 2 great signings like that, and then they go and ruin themselves. I think I've seen it on Sky Sports before. They paid 27 million for Mitrovic.
Yeah, I saw that, but that's just the going rate as well, isn't it? Like, because he was good for Newcastle I don't think he played that many games for him, but he looked good in the World Cup as well.
Do you know what? Ever since I've seen him play, I've never ever rated him. He's 27 million.
He's good for a certain kind of football.
Maybe.
I suppose if they're looking for a plan B, or even just a bit of Premier League experience.
Yeah. I suppose he's like a hold-up striker, to hold the play up while play it on to the wingers. I suppose he might be good at that, but he's not my kind of player.
I've seen as well. Did you see that picture of Dembele?
Usman Dembele.
Yeah, with half of Arsenal's team.
No way.
Yeah. So it was either Lacazette or let me have a look. So it was Dembele, Lacazette, Mkhitaryan, and one of the youngsters. I'm not sure what his name is, but they were all at like a barbecue together or something.
That's strange.
So obviously, Arsenal fans are going mental.
Well, I would, yeah.
Imagine that.
I don't know.
Aubameyang's dad it was.
I wonder if it'll be a loan or an actual transfer.
You'd think it's a loan. If it's happening, you'd think it's a loan. They're not going to let him off after a year.
But do you know what though? Maybe they've just sort of washed their hands with him because they've signed that Malcolm, haven't they? Barcelona.
Yeah. So,
I mean that obviously you don't know for a fact, but that was the signal that sends out to me is, he's doesn't fit our style. He's not the player we thought he is. So let's just get rid. And they've not get rid, but
Well, I don't know. He's still young though, isn't he? Like, you think, because he's not been there long.
Like, no, and he got a terrible injury, didn't he, when he first started?
Yeah, so right away as well.
He's not had a good chance at Barcelona, but big clubs are ruthless like that, aren't they?
Yeah, maybe.
They're just not interested in. They haven't got time to. Oh yeah, we'll give them a bit more time to see it. They just well, Barcelona aren't really known for doing that, are they? But
saying that though, how much would they sell him for? Because if he went for 115 last year, they're not going to make. Surely it'd be like 80 mil if he was being sold.
Yeah.
And Arsenal can't afford that.
Yes, I'm just looking at it. It says that the when they signed him, it was for 135 mil.
Was that euros?
No, pounds. It was 147 million euros. So it was 135 million. So surely with an investment like that, you've got to give it a bit of chance.
At 21 as well.
You've got to give him a chance. A bit more time. I don't know because why sign Malcolm then? Unless
bit of competition, loan move maybe.
Just don't make any sense. I was going to say unless they're moving Messi into the centre. And having Coutinho on the left, but then where does Suarez go? I don't know. You just never know, do you?
He might just be mates with him as well. He might just be close to Lacazette or something.
Yeah, I mean, I won't read into that picture too much, but it's just all paper talking to it. I never believe anything. I've learned over the years with these transfer rumours and the all the transfer pages and stuff like that. Until you see a player with a shirt in his hand, just don't ever buy into it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
After that whole Berbatov fiasco, I'll never believe it ever again.
something I've heard as well.
Yeah.
Do you remember when I was going mad about Willian for 75 mil?
Yeah.
So apparently there's some guy been going round saying that he's Willian's agent and pretending to be working for him. So like the Barcelona stuff and the United stuff is just some guy that's going around with a document saying, you know, I work on behalf of Willian, I'm his legal
oh my God.
You know, I can speak for him. And now he's trying to take him down, but like the document is proper dodgy.
What? So that's where all these links have come from?
I think so, yeah. Especially for like 75 mil.
Yeah, somebody just something wasn't right, was it?
And like the Barcelona thing, he just doesn't. It just seemed odd.
Yeah, it definitely seemed. Something wasn't right, was it? That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
It's the only explanation I can think of, because no one's paying 70. If we're not going to pay the extra 8 million for Perisic, or Toby or whoever it is we're in for, they're not going to pay 75 million for Willian when he's 30 next year. I think 30 this year actually.
Yeah, I think he is. It should. I do rate him though. I definitely do rate Willian. I mean, I know
if he was cheaper, or if it was last year, I'd go for him.
Yeah, I think when we spoke about, you said he's a bit inconsistent, haven't you? But for me, I've always rated him. I've always thought it was a quality player. And I think he would be well. You do well at, you know, he would do well at United. I think.
Yeah, 100%. I think if he was our only option, and we need someone on the right, if we're not going to play Sanchez there, then yeah, I'd get him in, but not for 75 mil. No chance.
Like 30 mil, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 30, 40 mil in today's market.
Yeah, so that's that one. I've just seen on Twitter that Barcelona have agreed a deal for Vidal, Bayern.
That's mental as well.
I know. I think that's so good for Barcelona, me, that.
What is he, 31?
He's 31, yeah.
But he's not a pace merchant or anything anyway, is he? He's just a grafter, isn't he?
Yeah, he just breaks up the play, doesn't he? And he's just like a holding midfielder. I think it's such a good transfer. I would have loved him at City, mate.
I'd have him at United, definitely.
If we were in, we've openly admitted that we're in the market for a centre midfielder. How come we've not gone in for him? Pep as well has managed him in the past. I just don't get it. Why they've not gone in for him? He'd be so good in our midfield. You know, well, with him being 31, even if he don't play every game, it'd be ideal for us. That's the type of player that we need at the minute. Someone who doesn't want to play every game or can't play every game, but when he comes on, can do a job.
Yeah, experience, and he knows what he's doing as well, and he's like a leader on the pitch as well, isn't he?
Yeah, it's just such a good signing for them.
It's like Nangolan as well. He went into for like 30 mil as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he's gone to Inter, hasn't he? I wonder why Roma have let him go. Just to a rival as well.
I don't know. It's just Italy, innit? Weird league.
Just strange. They must all just be close friends. You can have our player. That's no problem. We don't mind. He's got to be one of their best players as well.
Nangolan for Roma.
He's definitely one of their best players.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely. Have they got anyone in?
I don't. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think they've replaced him. Have they? Anyone that he's been replaced with?
Got Pastore in from PSG. Pastore. They got Justin Kluivert, actually.
He's a left winger, isn't he?
So they got the big ones is Pastore.
Yeah.
Kluivert, Defrel, who's a centre forward.
Yeah.
From Sassuolo. David Santon. Looks like they've signed from Inter.
Oh, the left back.
I think they're the big ones. So they're all decent signings, but
Yeah, they're just not as good as him, though, are they? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Maybe they might move, because I know that Florenzi he can play like defensive mid, can't he?
Yeah.
So I don't know they really range. Maybe they're there for centre mid, possibly, but
They've still got De Rossi in the squad.
How old is he now? I always thought he was really old, but he's not that old.
Pretty old now, but they've got Kevin Strootman as well. De Rossi's 35.
Yeah, so he is old, right? Yeah, so he is old.
But Strootman is he's quality, and he's probably about 27. Yeah, 28.
Yeah, 28. So they've got enough to replace him, but I still want to let him go.
Roma are just one of them clubs like Atletico. They get a sick player and they sell him, but they just replace him with someone else that's class straight away. Like whoever Atletico's goalkeeping scout is should, whatever he's on now, he should be earning more than what he's on. I don't know what he is on, but he should be the best paid person in football.
Yeah. And their striker scout as well.
Striking coach as well.
Whoever scouts their strikers, jeez, they just had quality striker after quality striker, haven't they?
He's like 5-star experience and judgment on FIFA.
That one you pay like 3.5 million for, but you resent paying it, but you have to.
It's unbelievable.
I know. It's just, well, obviously, they scouted one of the best strikers what the world of football's ever seen, haven't they? So
Griezmann.
No, you know what I'm on about.
Falcao.
I won't mention it. You know what I'm on about. You've heard his name enough. Should I play a little clip, actually? Should I play your favourite Premier League moment?
You can, but I'll cut it.
No, but, so yeah. Anyway, what have you made of United's transfer business this
I didn't know there'd been any.
There's been a lot of talk, haven't there?
Yeah, I think something will happen on deadline day. I think it's a case of they just don't want to get shafted with the prices that are being quoted. I just think Jose, like he said last week, he's given him 5 names.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Tallow was one of those 5 names.
No.
Fred obviously was.
Yeah.
I think he's probably said if he can get Bale, we'll get Bale.
Yeah.
But if not, you got to think Perisic was on there again. For the defenders, Alexandro's got to be on there.
Alexandro was definitely on there.
But I just can't see if he was. Why did we not just pay the money for him? You look what Pep did last year.
Yeah.
You looked at the problems he had, left back and right back. He paid probably over the odds for him, but it worked out. So if you pay 50 million and you win the league, that's 50 million well spent as far as I'm concerned. If we pay an extra 7 million for Sandro and we win the league, why do you care? Even if we don't, it just smacks of just accepting what we've got, which we didn't need a massive overhaul, but a left back and a centre mid, definitely. I don't think centre back's as important as a left back, personally.
Would you be happy now going in with your centre backs into the full season?
If we had a better left back, yeah.
Yeah. So who would be your 2 starters?
I would go Smalling and not Smalling. Fuck that.
No, you said it now.
Bailey and Lindelof probably.
Bailey and Lindelof.
Or Rojo.
Well, he's going now, isn't he?
Apparently, but I don't get why we're selling him. We've got Phil Jones, who he's good. He's good, but when he makes a mistake, it's not like a little mistake, and we go, "Oh shit!"
No.
Our ass has gone a bit there. It's like when he makes a mistake, the other team score 2 goals.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he does it, but
no, he always makes catastrophic mistakes. Doesn't he?
It is Calamity Jones, and he's got a good defender in him.
Oh,
but when his concentration goes, it's like at the worst possible time.
Yeah, I know.
And he scores quality own goals as well.
Yeah, he does.
He's never scored a bad own goal. I've never seen that before.
No.
Like Ian Dowie.
Like Richard Dunn. Richard Dunn used to score belters. He scored he was always good for an own goal, which he'd done. But if I was a United fan, which I'm not, but if I was, I wouldn't be happy with. I think if you signed all the Villarreal, then you had him and Bailly as centre backs, I'd be happy. But not, I won't be happy with. I don't think. Yeah. Anyway, Lindelof's can be relied on for a full season like that.
He's got a good defender in him, but that Huddersfield game last season kind of rocked his confidence a bit because they were both his fault. Both goals were, just if I remember rightly, were completely his fault.
Yeah.
And because it was so early on in the season and we were still in it at that point.
Yeah.
It's I think that's why he stopped playing him, just so he didn't make another mistake. But if you give me the choice of a centre back or a left back, say Sandro or Maguire or Sancho or Alderweireld, I'd go Sandro. I'd go left back every time because that's Look at what it did for you last season.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
With a right back, obviously, but
yeah. Well, we needed both, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What we get.
You've still got a decent left back though.
Which one?
So Young plays decent at left back.
I'd play him at right back. Get another left back in. Play him at right back where he's on his natural foot and he can swing an actual cross in. Because Valencia, for all his positive qualities, he can't get the ball past the first man.
No.
And Young can if he's on his right side, but every time Young's playing down the left, he's got to cut in and then cross it, which is good every now and again, but you can't beat a proper left-footed cross, especially with Lukaku up front as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I noticed from the very few games that Mendy played for us last season, at the start of the season, the fact that he was naturally left-footed, it was such a benefit because with a natural left footer, you can just play a ball straight through to him, and they can play a ball within seconds. Whereas, like you said, with Young being naturally right-footed, the defender knows that he's got to cut in.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
And I think he's getting on a bit as well, and he's not the best defensively. He'll work hard, and I trust him at left back. But I'd rather have. I mean, if Luke Shaw played to the best of his ability, I wouldn't want another left back. But I don't think he's Jose's man, and he won't play. He'll play Young every time.
They need to just let him leave, then, don't they? I mean, it's just for whatever reason I can't. But for whatever reason, it's just not worked out as it's.
I'd send him out on loan.
Yeah.
Send him out on loan for a year, maybe 2. See what he does. If he proves himself, put him back in the team. Maybe Jose will be gone by then. Yeah. If he doesn't, I mean, because every manager has kind of hinted that he's got an attitude problem.
Yeah.
Which, as the fans, we don't see because we just get behind him.
Yeah.
But you've got to start questioning if there's any, if there's smoke without fire. But it's a tough one with Shaw because you don't see what's going on behind the scenes, do you? But he said that Jose backs him. He's just got to prove it.
Yeah. I definitely is a chance again this year. Definitely.
They'll probably play first couple of games of the season, so
yeah, you never know.
Probably Martial as well.
Well, let's not get into that with Martial.
Yeah, I need to talk about that next week.
Yeah.
I've got more on that.
More on that after we'll talk about that with the transfer window shut. So, with us, obviously, I've got a lot of things that I'm happy and not happy about. Like, do you think
Mahrez was the signing you needed?
Yeah, I do. Really do. I really rate Mahrez. From watching him, for many years now, he's not obviously not as quick as Sterling, but he's dribbling so much better. He's more composed on the ball. He's more clinical than Sterling, and I just think in our team, like Sterling, you've got a lot of goals and assists last year, and that's from someone who can't finish a ball like 7 times out of 10. with Mahrez, who appears to be like, a lot more clinical, and with the way it's going to work this year, because with the formation we play, Sane and Mahrez didn't. So they've had no interruptions. They've had a full pre-season, a full pre-season's worth of training as well. I think they're definitely going to start, barring injury in this Community Shield. They're definitely going to start our first game of the season.
Yeah, Pep said today that Mahrez is going to start.
That's what I mean. But with him having that injury, I could see how I look him getting re-injured again. In the Charity Shield, but if he doesn't, then he's definitely going to start. And I can see him just being on fire in a team like City's. Where you're constantly pressuring a team and you're on the ball all the time. And I can just see him doing really well. And if he does, then I can't see Sterling getting back in the team.
Do you think? I was just going to say, who do you think he'll take out? Do you think it will be Sterling permanently, or?
I think I don't think he'll want to, but if Mahrez is scoring and getting assists week in, week out, you can't drop someone because
Pep doesn't do that either, does he? Basically, with Pep, if you play well, you stay in the team, don't you?
Yeah. So if Mahrez is getting, because the way it's worked this year, Mahrez is getting an opportunity at the start of the season. If he takes it, then Sterling won't get back in the team, in my personal opinion. And I think with Sterling, he's still only really young, and I do know that. And I know we did win the league last year by a landslide, but there was so many times. There was so many times last year when he had clear chances and he just missed them, didn't he? And not like it could have gone either way. I'm not about like goals, one-on-ones. There was just so many times where he just missed, and I think I don't know if he's going to be good enough. I won't like. There's a lot of good qualities that he has got, but there was just so many times that he missed big opportunities that I just think it's a healthy rivalry to have in it. It's a healthy
it's better having some competition because he knows if he does miss, which he will, a lot.
But I don't like Slatey because I'm thinking about it now, and there's so many times that he scored last minute winners for us and got us so many points. You know what I mean?
I would argue he got you probably the most winning points out of any of your players last year. I don't know that for a fact, but I would guess he did.
Just thinking about it now, like Huddersfield away, Bournemouth away, Southampton at home. That's just off the top of my head, just of last minute goals that he scored for us, obviously to win the game. But it's a healthy rivalry to have, definitely. So in answer to your question, the Mahrez thing, I definitely do think it was what we needed, and the style of player that he is going to really fit our team. I'm a bit gutted that we've not signed another centre mid, because I do think that we did need one. We do need one. Maybe not Foden. Foden to play the same. Foden to play the same role that he played last year. Where he was in and out of the team and making appearances here and there and starting in the League Cup and whatnot. Because he's still only 18. Do you know what I mean? So I definitely think that type of role for Foden's fine. But we lost Yaya this season, didn't we? So there's definitely like a spot to be filled, and up to now it doesn't look like we're going to fill it. But I do think that with the way that we handled the Jorginho transfer, I'm sort of happy that we are still taking that standpoint of not being. Oh, actually, we did we? Let's cut this down, Aaron. I've just thinking we didn't get outbid for Jorginho, did we?
I think you pulled out, didn't you?
No, he was injured. He just changed his mind, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it's the Sarri thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was.
You are right though. I think what you're going to say is that they're not going to be like held to ransom by clubs.
Oh yeah.
Just going City, we want 100 million for him.
Yeah, because it's City, it's an extra 10, 20 million.
It's like us. I think that's why we haven't signed anyone.
Yeah.
I think we will make another signing. I think it'll be Toby on deadline day for 50 mil probably.
Yeah.
But they probably would have signed other players like Perisic, Sandro.
Yeah.
The most annoying example, probably, especially if it's 5 million.
I know.
Just pay it.
5 million is nothing to
pay it and worry about it later. You probably get that on match day.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. So that's the standpoint that City are taking, and I do really respect that. And that, because otherwise,
someone's got
to. Hand. Yeah. I like it's the fact that we are sort of saying we can take it or leave it. Now we're not in a position where when we first come into money that we were just buying everyone and we need to get to this level quick. Now it's sort of plateaued now. It's like we're at the level we're at a high peak level, and we can afford to take our time. And I really do appreciate that. Something that I've not been too happy with what City have done is we've sold a couple of youngsters that, in my opinion, I wouldn't have sold personally. Like we've sold Maffeo, who's a young right back. He was out on loan at Girona last year. And he did really, really well. And they've sold him for 10 million. I don't know if it's pounds or euro. They sold him for 10 million.
You got a buyback.
They've got a buyback. Like with all the players that they're selling, they always put buybacks in. But I'd rather have him. I mean, the only reason why I think I could see from outside looking in why they've sold it is because he's young and because he's getting better and better. He needs to be playing week in, week out, and at City at the moment they can't guarantee him that. So from what the only thing I can think of is rather than him just be sat on the bench and sort of just wilting away, they've sold him. And I think they've inserted a 25 mil buyback clause into his agreement. So that is good, but I just he was so good last year when I watched the Spanish league. I just gutted that we've sold him, especially when we could be using him ourselves as a squad player sort of thing. But I do understand why they do sell players if the reason is that he needs to play.
Yeah, it's like a paid loan, isn't it? Basically,
basically.
It's low risk because if he doesn't work out, you just don't sign him back.
But if it does, and he's worth like 56, we can get him for 25 minutes. It is a good deal. I do know what they're doing, but just a bit gutting to see because everyone wants to see a kid come through the youth teams and then into the first team, don't they?
Yeah, that's what everyone wants, especially at United. That's one of the main gripes people have got at the minute.
Yeah, exactly. But in recent days, I don't know if it is just paper talk. Again, I won't believe it until I do see it. But the been from PSG.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen it on the MEM website. I think he would be a quality signing.
He would. He'd be class.
Really
we got linked with him.
Yeah, you got linked with him. Yeah.
He would have been my number one signing a few months ago.
He's absolutely quality, and apparently he's not, too. Well, from what the papers say, he's not too happy at PSG anymore. So maybe if we can get something done in the next couple of days, it's going to be interesting.
It is. I think it's probably going to be quiet for 5 days, and then deadline day will go off. Either that or nothing will happen. Literally.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. I hope it goes off. We've not had one of them in a few years, have we? Where it's gone off.
There's been deadline days where there's been rumours and then it's just not happened.
Yeah.
Like last year with Mahrez and Sanchez and Lamar. Just nothing. Everyone went mental for 25 minutes and then nothing happened.
And then absolutely nothing happened. I know what you mean. I really do. Yeah. But I suppose we'll see, eh?
Yeah. That's just.
Thank you to everyone for watching. If you like what you see, please don't forget to like, subscribe and turn your notification bell on. Also, please follow us on all the social media links listed down below. Thank you.